Mema Wakwaba Eba Afrafra TV, trending news for you. Eye Kelvin Taylor or the Nsema to the Aye Paul Adom or Metro TV, then some of the better for Cecillia Abena, Kelvin Taylor Betty Seven. Emma, what then simply breathing or the revelation be up to the FIS Samuel Jinapor, and then sibling in Abraham. Now, answer the call and sibling. Let's just say, so we can subscribe to the channel now. Let's just say, subscribe. We'll click a subscribe button. Now, what barely notification. When sa video hofobia me upload no so what's ever can be. I feel we are now like video no my thumbs up. Now fe wa share ma afoforo so enyum bi enhwe. Afi yonko 7 mu. Aye Kelvin Taylor KT wo the ensem dodo nana betudwa wo the revelation aba betudwa. Aye Paul Ochere our Metro TV wo the ensem betudwa na wo defend aye Cecillia Abena part honsensem ya sika do supo aye kopie so e wo ne fie. Aye bubruja aye semdi ja e wo menu ha aye Paul e de betudwa say yes asikani nyina no aye Cecillia Abena dapaah ni nua ba ma esika ena e wo ne nche na o create picture bi te say
asisi Afrafra TV on YouTube
Cecillia Abena dapaah dia na ye nua ba ma o de ma ne maame na ne maame so e de say sika na ma eno na begi wo na aye Paul Ochere some of the tudwa na Kelvin Taylor babonti wo betete ni semu wo chese de Paul ye no aye Jandam. Now, what can I say? And what did you just say? Yes, Samuel Jinapor in name Abu Jinapor on the Minister for Lands, Natural Resources. But let's say Kumu Abu Jinapor the over $15 million. Ekusi where PolyTank when Kuma boys be Ekubias can be. And no Ecoyan Semi Kelvin the Nina Atuga. Now, yes, Sembrano. In Kuti a Kelvin, then Sama what did you got FIS handsome will into Kelvin reaction FI and Sama about the today. Into
something interesting happened yesterday. Basically was like comedy. Something interesting happened yesterday. And what happened yesterday in the say Paul Adom ebe show be enra. And in his show no he tried doing something. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it straight. Paul Adom tried doing something yesterday, and what he tried doing yesterday was spinny at the end of the day. Now Paul Adom so catch say over $2 million now. Yakuhuno eye Cecillia dapaah you know. Enye Cecillia dapaah dia na ono Paul Adom no. From what he was saying yesterday, you could see clearly say wako ena yadena tena se ene aprepe no. Say you know something? Cecillia the MPP platforms ni nyina omagimi. Wonkwa na esi awaka. Wona de bi o hye to musu ni nyansa nti ko. Neko kasa asem we chiro so mbeje dia nti yesterday Paul Adom came and you know my team just sent me and I watched it. I'm not going to lie to you. I watched the whole comedy. And me share comedy ni nyina ko see and there's one thing I realized
TV on YouTube.
MPP for this consider everybody in Ghana as a fool. And then I am a problem. Like the party as a political party from Akufo to the last messenger or NPP mono. They see everyone to be an idiot. Na say anka NPP for enhu obia se obia ejimifo a. How can Paul Adom come and tell us say Cecillia dapaah na oye government worker or a civil servant technically. Cecillia dapaah na fiti odi enka say Cecillia dapaah served with Akufo and she served a year under Akufo under Akufo and under Akufo odi sika yetua Cecillia dapaah the salary in Aboma, it will still not get to $1 million. Now, what Andrea, good evening, comedy now, me share, you know. I realized one thing. Cecillia dapaah is a thief, a fact, a straightforward. Now, there's a certain person and say they want to spin the matter to the point whereby some point, you know, they will tell you that oh, the people who were the rightful owners of the money, you know, they are dead. So the case definitely ends there. And it's a would see Paul Adom the explanation. Oh, you know what? Cecillia dapaah is a distinguished lady. You know, Cecillia dapaah, she was with Akufo. Cecillia dapaah, she has been an honorable person for a long time. In fact, Cecillia dapaah, you know her, she has been working so hard. Cecillia, I don't care. None of you don't care. What he was trying to do, Andrew, and say, instead of him telling you, say, Cecillia dapaah, at the end of the day, how did she come by this money? And if even, a legit business na okoye ya. Why is it say her statements are changing now? Now Poladomotre comes and tells you say, oh, Cecillia Dampare and ne $200,000 penny was scanning in them. And that Cecillia Dampare Kunudia or a very renowned architect or your koni or your architect. So everybody in Ghana should believe or not Poladomotre. You see, or no analysis now and round. He started saying, say, TV3, they are liars. Captain Smart is a joker. In fact, don't listen to anybody. But at the end of the day, no one will say every single thing he said yesterday, he could not support it to one document. All that he was saying is, believe me, these are the facts. How can they be facts when you don't have anything to support it? When Poladomotre sits on TV, Good Evening Ghana, and he tries to spin the matter, you know, he has become a comedian to the point. I am a ferry, and sometimes, you know, these were the people were listening to say, because from what he was trying to say, and say, these are the facts, but he did not show you any documentation to prove, say, what he was saying yesterday were the facts. So if today I sit here and I tell you, say, all that has happened, they are the facts, are you going to also argue me and say, Kelvin Taylor is lying? Because Paul wants us to believe his part, which does not have any documentations to support it. Paul, the documentation is supporting the facts in Ghana, say, Cecillia Dampare Kunuye, a distinguished architect. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If Cecillia Dampare, you could be a pope, cry. I don't care about Cecillia Dampare's husband. Or your pope. Because hash papi krano. Today, when you go to Nigeria, there are people who come out and tell you, say, what Hash Papi did was right. But does it mean, say, Hash Papi should not face trial? Let us make this simple. Let us make this easy. Me say, El Chapo, Escobar, Uko Obukroma. At the end of the day, Obiawo Wiasika say, we are drug lords. No, we are drug lords. They have destroyed lives. They have wasted lives. They have destroyed properties. They have used drugs to destroy people in their country and outside their country. No. The question here is, at the end of the day, are they supposed to face the law? Into Cecillia Dampare Kunu, a architect. Now I hear $300 million companies or multi-million dollar companies. And at the end of the day, we are asking a simple question. Now, let's go back to the issue itself. Maybe Paul or a comedian or a joker. And it's not about the borrowed language you are speaking that makes you intelligent. We can all wear suits. We can all come sit on TV. We can all speak grammar and make people think we are intelligent. But at the end of the day, the people watching you, how do you consider, I just want to use this word, do you really respect their intelligence? Endra Poladomotre read obituary. If Cecillia Dampare Kunu eninu apanyini ewu, na se otumfo na ye ebusuan apanyini, do I care? I don't care. The issue here is we have a government official who has gone to the police to report, say, Nisikaira. Whether she went with her husband or she did not go with her husband, the issue here is we have a government official who has reported to the police that her house help has stolen from her. So the question here is, how did you come by those monies? If the money is even $10,000, the question here is, how did you come by the $10,000? So you cannot just come and say, because Cecillia Dampare has been in politics for long. Who says she has been in politics for long, so she's not a thief? Who says Cecillia Dampare has been in politics for 25 years, 30 years, into Onyewi? That does not justify her acts. Who said Cecillia Dampare, at the end of the day, what people are asking is simple. The same questions we were asking when Vicky Hammer issue the we saw somebody like Aslawusu sit on Joy News to tell Ghanaians and say, Vicky Hammer, as a woman like her, no, she needs to declare all her assets and we need to have a lifestyle audit on her. Now Vicky Hammer, Sebio, Ojinahona, Aslawusu, Jinawa, Hwana Yoba. But Aslawusu, so that time of TV, so made people believe, say, because she's speaking grammar, because this issue has come, she needs to do everything possible to do what? Play the political advantage with it. So why is it said today, Cecillia Dampare, I call police. I did not go to police. Cecillia Dampare call police station and I call a report. Now let's come back to Poladomotre's comedy. The reason I'm reacting to this and then I say, Aremeyaw say people like Otchere and people in Ghana are from home. We are the elites. Oh, yeah, they share good evening, Ghana. Without due respect,
You are watching a Frapper TV on YouTube.
Omunko school da yeni anma ebia se bi so muntu making kind mo amotuma ko school kakara mo jimi chen omo. You know why? Because yesterday when you take your time and analyze Otchere's the analysis on Cecillia Dapaah's theft and I said the scandal now, you will see he was trying to do one thing. He was trying to move the chunk of the money. He was trying to move that money to give to people who are dead. Do you know what they are trying to do? They are trying to change the narrative here. Now, your manasseh on the so-called ignorant elites and say, oh, Cecillia Dapaah na ninuya bema wewu na oye renowned contractor. Uko Kumasi Obinim, do I care? Cecillia Dapaah niya oye contractor na oye ohene na oye hwan. Do I care? I don't care. The Jumo ye sika onya, do I care? I don't care. Now, Otchere tells you, oh, Cecillia Dapaah. Cecillia Dapaah, he was a good contractor. He was somebody who was into farming, into kokumasia, oka santimemwa, Obinim. Do I care? I don't care. Nasad Cecillia Dapaah, ninuano, otam $800,000. Ena, odema Cecillia Dapaah mame. E go forward, you won't give it too much. Ena otam sasikan, we never be a fanto. Into otama Cecillia Dapaah mame no ena ono nua no wuye ena Cecillia Dapaah mame suewu. Into at this point no, if we want to trace the money, the people we are supposed to trace the money any yes Cecillia Dapaah nua bema and Cecillia Dapaah mame. Now Cecillia Dapaah nua bema ne wu. So how are we going to know how he acquired that money? That is what they are trying to do. Secondly, Cecillia Dapaah nua ne mame ensuewu. So how are we going to know? Say there was some documentations that Otchere says a legitimate money near the man. So what they are trying to do is Cecillia Dapaah channel or ye or your for. Now they are trying to twist the matter to make you think, say, oh, Cecillia Dapaah money is only $200,000 cramp in a hole. In fact, ninuya no way we intend the court to say special prosecutor for a case, no, and attorney general the court. The question here is who owns the money? Now he moves quickly and say Cecillia Dapaah kurudia oye some great architects. Oh really? Nti Cecillia Dapaah kuruno also some amount of money be a papa nankasa dia. The man does not save his money in bank.
You are watching a Frapper TV
shockingly,
on YouTube.
Man it me tam sika hundreds and thousands of dollars at the BC them. The first part is Cecillia Dapaah mame sika ene ninuya bema sika na omudi obogu no ene ye one money o and na man so enya physical dollars waye adwuma as a renowned educated man watam sika na besi fie. Now at the point he used some statement to me, they went and they broke the box. It was in the box. Otchere there. So he telling you that these are the facts. No, where was his facts? The fact near hearsay or the fact near because Cecillia Dapaah sat him down to brief him and say this is what makes sense. Go and tell the people. So in the heads of Otchere, no, any Cecillia Dapaah, any MPP4, no, theirs makes sense. Any other narrative to this story does not make sense. That is what they want us to believe. Into Otchere began the show or she sit decide and then he's saying, say, oh, these are the facts. What makes them the facts?
You are watching a Frapper TV on YouTube.
What makes them the fact? They are facts because you are standing on Metro TV and speaking about it. What makes them the fact? Because now Yanko back. Cecillia Dapaah's husband has been working or building extraordinary edifices or houses or office complexes or whatever. Now, Sieka back to Cecillia Dapaah's husband. And I just want to tell Otchere this. He has opened a new window, a new kind of worms we are going to go into. Also, Cecillia Dapaah so he has that money. We get it. Now, the amount of money he was stating says Cecillia Dapaah it's at home. No? We get it. Now, says Cecillia Dapaah from Paul Angasa's statement, not from me, from the analysis he did, from the pictures he showed us, any profile or more about Cecillia Dapaah then every institution be able to Cecillia Dapaah after working for them, no, we want to know, did they pay Cecillia Dapaah's husband in cash or it was paid to him electronically. Now there are two questions here. Cecillia Dampare kunu ne dwuma oye ni nyina no, was he handed money in cash or he was handed money electronically? Now, if the money was handed to him electronically or he was paid electronically, and I say bank to banker, the Yoko or and I say the Financial Intelligence Commission or whatever can go back and trace Cecillia Dampare's husband's transactions. When was the last time he actually withdrew such an amount? Or when was the last time he worked for any of the institutions he's worked for and was paid physical cash? Because this is something that we also need to be doing. So Cecillia Dampare's husband, we are going to scrutinize him. We are going to be asking him, we are going to be going to the companies he's worked for to ask him, say, after you worked for these companies as an architect, were you paid in cash? Were you paid electronically? If you were paid in cash, which company paid you that cash? If you took a contract that was $15 million and they gave you $3 million cash as your
You are watching a Frafra TV
or
on
whatever,
YouTube.
then at the end of the day, how much taxes did you report? If you're paid in cash, how much taxes did you report? Now, if you were not paid in cash and you are telling me that you had that amount of money in the bank, when did you withdraw the money? And on what purpose was that money for? Because what person this is the escape route. Then we are also going to push Cecillia Dampare's kunu to tell us exactly how he came by the money, that thousands of dollars. If it was client who gave to him, let us know which client, which date, when did they hand over this money to you? Did you pay the taxes? Did you pay, because you are a registered company, and in your transactions and in your contract, was it stated that you'll be paid in cash or you'll be paid through the bank? This is the Jandam they are trying to do. And then make a say, Paul Adom required Cecillia Dampare could not be a problem. As we speak, I've sent my guys to go into every transaction. I'm talking about contractors, Cecillia Dampare, both private and both government, to let us know, say, did they pay Cecillia Dampare cash or through the banks or electronically? Because Paul Ankasa Otchere buildings as Cecillia Dampare, it means the majority of the buildings were all government buildings, so we will have access to the contracts. Say Tian in cash, we will know, and who in government handed cash to Cecillia Dampare's husband to keep the money at home. If it is 2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago, I don't care. We want to know how that money got to his house. If he was paid electronically, he might have gone to a bank to withdraw that money that was sitting at home. Now the question here is, which bank did you withdraw that amount of money? And what was the money for? When did you withdraw the money? And these are basic questions. So I just wanted to put this across. Paul Adom said be another kind of worm. Was say be another scrutiny. I must say, or say yes, Cecillia Dampare, because it's looking like Cecillia Dampare is into money laundering and Anikunu too is into money laundering. Because if you have such an amount of money at home and you cannot tell me exactly where you got the money, how you got the money, and what was the money for, the purpose of that money, then you don't qualify to be an architect who secures government contracts. I didn't know until Paul Adom made me believe, say, Cecillia Dampare Kununo, he is involved in money laundering. These are the facts. No? I was expecting Paul Adom to bring one banking transaction. Cecillia Dampare Kununo say, oh, on this day, this man, Cecillia Dampare's husband, he went to the bank. This is where he saves. He withdrew $1 million. He withdrew 300,000 euros. He withdrew 200,000 euros, and he brought it home. So when he checked the timelines, this is even a copy, because anyone who goes to bank to take money is given a receipt, is given a copy of that money he took. So Paul Adom said, these are the facts. Now I was expecting him to come with a document to say, you people are making too much noise. On this day, on this date, this man who is the husband of Cecillia Dampare went into this bank and withdrew this amount of money because he just wanted to keep them at home, which is fine. But he didn't tell me that. One can be Sanjrobia. One me who edit documentation at Chelsea Cano, Papa, a Jumano, and a electronic license here, money cash. Say, I buy company. Are they allowed to pay $800,000 cash? How does the GRA see that? Can somebody be paid $800,000 and not $2 million? Supposed to a $15 million job, a $5 million job. If he's paid in cash, What does the rules say? What does the GRA rules say? That when you work for people as an architect, are you supposed to be paid in cash? How was he able to declare his taxes on that particular contract he did? So it is looking more like Cecillia Abena the anti-money laundering. Otchere is doing Jandam. Oma Jandam na che. And they know say Nkofobiti say Tescon, Omo Jimmy, San Koran, Omo DMPP, Chiwo, universities no, Omo Jimmy, and I can Agyapong catch no, and then Nkofo catch no. They know majority of these people, their mind is very, very low. Omo low voltage. I'm just a good. So what I came to ask now is simple. They are simple questions. We have also opened investigations into
TV on
husband,
YouTube.
how he secures his contract. It's not about the securing the contract, how he is paid. Because Paul said we should, these are the facts, then he should prove further, he should move further to explain to us how he's able to keep that amount of money at home. Is it for a single contract? Is it for different types of contracts? Is it money that was paid to him directly? Is it money that he went to the bank to withdraw? These are questions we need to be asking. These are very important questions we need to be asking. We can't just sit there for these clowns to come sit on TV and talk nonsense, talk now and walk out. And let me tell you something. On the matter say MPP 40 radios and TV so say Jinapor, the $5 million is she Jinapor, and we made that story. We did that story. It was on Loud Silence Media. Jinapor, as a young man like that, need dying $5 million a share. Also went after. Let me tell you, Mami breaking the handsham, and when I return, I will show you. Jinapor $5 million a share. I didn't want to tell you this. I'm going to tell you. Jinapor $5 million. And she, Mami Chiramu. Jinapor went to save over $10 million in water tank in his hometown house. Mona me mamo, debi me ba na mpese me mamo bibia me ba me kire mu nyawa bebre. Jinapor, Samuel Jinapor. What happened to him? Ne dey different, ba me kire mu. Also sika over $15 million. And no go PolyTank mu e woni krom dan na wesi no. Yes, he has this mansion he has built. He used like 2 years to build it in his hometown. Now he packed the money in that PolyTank. And what happened was some boys entered the house and they stole the money. Now Jinapor used the national security. Let me tell you this today. One of the boys is dead. 6 of the boys, as we speak today, we don't know where they are, whether they are dead or not. I'll be getting the relatives of these people to come speak to you. This is Samuel Jinapor. Samuel Jinapor carried close to $20 million, and he went to his hometown, Ekraswo, and now this can go PolyTank.
You are watching a Frafra TV on
Samuel
YouTube.
Jinapor say, those 7 boys, 1 is dead, the 6 na kanomoing. As we speak now, we don't know where the 6 are, and I'll come and give you the names of these 6 gentlemen. Their pictures. Yeah. So what you are seeing is not like Cecillia Abena. This is a whole cartel. It's a government deal. $40 billion. They brought it home and went back to Bank of Ghana and took it as dollars. It is Cecillia Abena. It is not Bebre Baba. Someone said I'm a wuso. The house boy, and the house girl today. This is the issue. It's Samuel Jinapor say. Sa ni sika na go gu ni krom ho no. Matesa Captain Smart aka asebu ehwasem. But me, I'm going to go further and give you exact nipa they were involved. 7 gentlemen, 7 boys. Bakwe, they killed 1. 6 no, as we speak. I cannot say they are dead, but nobody knows where they are. They were picked by Jinapor. Bako penny to be done here. Oma ya pick your money. You cannot find any of them. Their relatives are in the northern region. Their relatives are in the northern region. And they know that Jinapor is smart national security say, Sani Sika no be good PolyTank no as or say boys in the area. Sa boys no, wabechi omunyina. 1, we don't know, 6 of them, we don't know where the boys are. And what we are hearing is they've been killed. Yeah. But that's what we are hearing. And now say MPP didn't got na. Yeah, UTV oka say Abu Jinapor krasika ira wankasa, because Abu Jinapor, he used a drastic measure or drastic means to get to solve the issue. We are talking about millions of dollars or the PolyTank money fee. And those people are Muslim, they are watching me. Among for you homo yirenom omo yakochi omo nyina anajo and Abu Jinapor kote sa omo nyina or the national security na say edwuma no. Or the some guys in the Ghana police service, they are in mufti, they are not in uniform. And you know you see Dampare boys be and the South boys no. Omo Muslim ewa Abu Jinapor krom nyina, they know what I'm talking about. Some Abu Jinapor, they know. And when I come back, they say, remember you, I'm just coming to tell you, Jandam na Paul Adom boy, you know, get it in your head. The money na a what Cecillia Abena, it was over $5 million in a negotiate. Paul Adom be jina oye comedy and drive about Jandam. Mumusan say fact. Any day in free no mobile. If anybody can just come and say, believe me, these are the facts there. And if we be able to because believe me, these are the facts. I thought Paul Adom was coming to show us a documentation, a Otchere $800,000 na on so-called Cecillia Abena na wewu no edema Cecillia Abena maame ema Cecillia Abena maame so ewu ema tam sika no. Paul Adom a description of this whole issue is funny. The money was in the box. It was in the brown box, and they broke it. And I don't. Nobody cares about that part. Nobody cares about whether it was in the box or at the end of the day, we were living our lives until Cecillia Abena went to the Ghana police service to tell them be sikaira. And the funny thing is, when you read the police reports, the items they put out there, Cecillia Abena kuno, nisike won't pay $3,000, 3 suits per eno. Onunkwa your body di will say new kununta de suit me and $3,000. That means $1,000 for one. Jewelry almost $100,000. It says Cecillia Abena, and the rest of the monies. How can you just come on TV and come and tell Ghana for say 1 hour facts in the day? Oh, Cecillia Abena ni wuye inti obituary ni wabodam obituary. Time Vicky Hammer. Eka say she's just dreaming, thinking. No, did you people say oh, Victoria Hammer? We need to look at the issues. What I can tell you for a fact, and I say, nobody in the NPP has integrity to speak on Ghana. From number 1 to number 10, those people who want to be flag bearers in the NPP, have you heard even one of them speak on Cecillia Abena issue? No. This is a very controversial issue. This is a very sensitive issue. If you want your integrity to be intact in a political party, especially when you want to be president, these are issues that you take by the horn and you speak on. All the so-called aspirants who want to be flag bearers of the NPP, they have all avoided Cecillia Abena's crime. You know why? Because MPs included, they are all thieves. Is it not interesting? Say we have about 10 people wanting to lead the NPP, and such a crazy issue is seen. We are talking about a cabinet minister involved in such a crazy issue or incident, and none of these guys have been able to speak on it to say, you know what, I want to lead the NPP. I feel that Cecillia Abena this or Cecillia Abena that or this issue. They have refused to speak. Or you know why? Because from Bawumia to the last person on that ticket, they are all thieves. And these are the same people who want to lead you people. It's the same political party.
Alright. You will hear from me in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell to turn on the notification. Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. I would love to read your comments.